everyone, and welcome to our session today on how AI is transforming cloud enablement and modernization. My name is Sanna Beilinson. I'm the head of cloud business development at Tieto Every Tech Services, and I am also your moderator today. Today, I'm thrilled to be joined with two amazing guests, Jani Kekarainen from Ilmarinen and Markus Jalonen from Tieto Every Tech Services. Jani, great to have you here. Could you briefly introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about Ilmarinen?
Okay, absolutely, Sanna. Thank you. Nice to be here. So, my name is Jani Kekarainen. I'm working at Ilmarinen, and my role and ambition at Ilmarinen is to integrate the business and IT together. I really feel that in the future, IT and business will be closer and closer to each other, and that's my aim, basically. Ilmarinen is a pension insurance company in Finland. On the private sector, we are the market leader currently, and we are actually serving more than 1 million Finnish people, and we are owned by them. They are owning us as a company. That to put it very briefly.
Great, thank you, Jani. And Markus, could you please tell a little bit about your role and also about Tieto Every Tech Services?
Thanks, will do. I'm delivery exec for the Ilmarinen account at Tieto Every Tech Services, and my primary responsibility is to ensure smooth operations in our delivery. Tech Services, we are a Nordic full-stack IT service provider, and we serve both public and private sector clients. There are over 7,000 experts worldwide, and we are helping our customers on their digitalization journeys.
Perfect. Thank you, Markus. So, Jani, if we go to the actual topic today, can you tell us a little bit about the modernization journey that Ilmarinen has been on? So it's been on for a few years already?
Yeah, absolutely. Several years ago, we started our modernization journey with moving all our infrastructure to Google Cloud. And that was the first step. It happened a few years ago already. But we still have some legacy system, but that's something that we are going to talk later today here on stage. After that Google Cloud transition, I would say, we started our data and AI journey 2 years ago actually, and we started building our new data platform by using Google Cloud Native Services. And that project, it's just not finished yet. It will still take at least till the end of this year, so let's see. We are rebuilding our data products and all the environment. And after that, we are able to start our final phase of our modernization journey, and that means that renew our business applications, basically. And well, that will be a challenging project for us. And today we will little bit talk about that, the first steps. We really wanted to create new business services, new, let's say, software and processes supporting the new services to serve our customers as well as we really can. But now we are starting that last phase.
Yeah, and modernizing legacy systems, it's the most critical part of the modernization journey, and especially cloud transformation. So, Markus, if we deep dive now into the mainframe area, why do you feel mainframe modernization is especially important?
Okay, it's the holy grail of all modernizations since mainframes. They have been the workhorses of the financial and insurance companies for decades. They offer reliable service and high volume transaction processing and robust security. And they do exactly what they're designed to do and do it well. But nowadays, in a modern IT landscape, they come with challenges. There's obviously the high operational cost and lack of documentation, often because of the long lifespan of the applications. They accumulate dead code, which makes it difficult to do redevelopment. And of course, then there's the talent shortages. Most experts are already close to retirement or already retired. So there's a diminishing labor market for that. At the same time, the regulation changes forces companies like Ilmarinen to redevelop the legacy applications, which doesn't add value per se. It hinders digitalization endeavors and by eating away investment capability.
So basically, it's not just the technical issue and technical complexities. It's also about people, processes, and especially long-term risks.
Yeah, exactly.
So Jani, what were Ilmarinen's key motivations in starting this mainframe modernization journey?
Well, I can pretty much repeat the same story that Markus just told here, that obviously the running costs are getting higher all the time, licenses and so on, and we really don't spend our customer money for that. That's maybe the one thing, to be more efficient. Then the systems are aging all the time, which means we are lacking the resources soon. The expertise is getting short, so to say. Markus already told here that every year we are facing regulatory changes in our business, which means we need to touch those legacy mainframe applications every year, and it's actually very slow and expensive to make changes to those old legacy systems. This is something like a real reason that we would like to move to something new. That's one critical thing for us. But maybe it's also a strategic question for us that this is something that if you people in the crowd know the answer, please come to tell me later today. But when is really the correct moment to start the modernization project? Is it like today? As we are talking today, we have some nice Google AI capabilities for doing the thing. But is it like should we wait a couple of more years that all those AI tools will be even better and better? That's something, it's a timing question, and I don't know the answer yet. But we have started the journey anyway.
And I think those are very crucial points to think about. And Markus, can you tell us a little bit more about the AI, Google's AI-powered mainframe assessment tool that we use together with Ilmarinen?
Sure thing. So basically, mainframe assessment tool is a nice piece of kit which you can utilize to assess the mainframe application source code. So it gives you a full inventory of the application, its complexity, its dependencies, and so on and so forth. Then it creates a documentation of the application's business logic and gives migration insights like target infrastructure suggestions and also test cases. These all are really useful pieces of information when you start planning ahead. And then comes the really interesting part. It uses Gemini AI to generate code suggestions for rewrite purposes. This means that basically it creates a ready-made skeleton of the applications in a new programming language such as Java or Python.
So basically, the tool can really speed things up, but also increase clarity and control.
Mm-hmm.
So Jani, what was the impact of AI in Ilmarinen's mainframe modernization efforts?
Yeah, we really had an impact. We had a project together with Google and Tietoevry and tried this mainframe assessment tool with AI capabilities. And we used that actually for modernizing very complex business application, which was doing, well, let's say briefly, some complex insurance calculation, very complex one actually. And it worked extremely nicely, that we were able to took the old COBOL software and create something new, some new microservices out from that. And the tool really helped us to understand well, also the logic and functionality of the original software. But it also created very nice new Java code that we went through with our business, and even they were able to understand it. I mean, even that they are not that technical people when we went that through. But what was a real result was the speed, the development speed. Actually, it was reduced by like, let's say 50% comparing if we would do the same from the scratch. And that's some real stuff. And also, we had a discussion with Markus earlier before this project that the work amount estimation was a little bit too expensive for us. But when we tried this tool, it dropped down significantly, like 40–60%. And that's something, that's a real result. It's not any promise or slideware. That really happened. So the current situation is quite promising, and we are really looking forward to see some similar results in the future as well.
Well, those are very exciting results. So Markus, what do you think really makes this tool so effective?
Well, our developer were very keen on using this and experimenting with it. It sort of shifts the focus from tedious tasks like typewriting code into putting more focus on the high-value work like business logic verification, testing, which are always critical in these business-critical systems. It suggested a ready-made environment which was aligned with Ilmarinen's technology stack and enabled us to utilize cloud-native operations like Kubernetes. So we can already tell that is reducing maintenance cost and it unlocks the automation and AI potential now that you have the application in cloud. And furthermore, now that we have utilized well-documented modern programming language like Java, it helps further development and debugging. And then there's the resourcing factor. So it's easier to find developers for Java than it is for COBOL.
Absolutely.
And so if we look at a little bit of reflections, Jani, what has surprised you the most?
Surprised most? Well, I already mentioned the speed of development. That's one thing. I was a little bit unsure that will this work or not, but it really worked, at least in that scale that we tried the tool. Then of course I'm very gratitude to partners like Tietoevry and Google here. We had a very nice cooperation project, and I believe that also our lead developers were quite happy while working in that project because it was something interesting, something new. And then maybe, let me think, I would maybe encourage all of you people who are facing the same legacy problems or challenges that please try these tools, provide the feedback to the vendors and Google, help them to develop these even further. That's something that we are also looking for. As I mentioned in the beginning of the discussion here, that we really need to decide that is it the correct time now to start the huge software modernization, or should we wait for a couple of more years? And well, the more people are using these tools, the better they will get, and the sooner we are able to start the project.
And this is really exciting. We've had a lot of customers talking about how to really modernize mainframe, and with its complexities, it's often sort of a last area that companies want to look into. And with these kind of advancements, these kind of tools, it really sort of makes it possible to really have an efficient modernization for those mainframe applications as well. So, Markus, what advice would you give to others who are on this journey or starting this journey?
Well, I think first and foremost, I need to align with you what you just said, that of course it's always a business risk to go touching with your core systems, and this is something that people have perhaps thought when they pushed the mainframe exit for many years. This is a common theme inside the industry, but I would also encourage others to explore. The technology is evolving rapidly. Only inside this project timeline, we have now understood that there are more language variations from COBOL coming in under support of the Gemini AI. So it'll allow the further development of these and close down the risk. And I would say that at the end, mainframe modernization brings so much value that it could be bringing or laying the groundwork for the competitive edge in the market. So start exploring. One thing that we came across as well was that we've been doing a cooperation for a long time now. We have subject matter experts regarding the processes itself, and that is one key element as well. So you could sort of verify the code in a matter that you have people who understand what is the business logic and go through the documentation. So choose partner wisely.
Any recommendations there?
Yeah, make sure that the partner has industry knowledge, and this will smoothen the transition.
Great, thank you. And Jani, looking back, what would you say was the biggest mindset shift that your team had to make during the modernization journey so far?
Well, maybe the biggest thing was that a few years ago we were planning to do the same without tools like that. And we calculated the estimated cost for the project, that it was like €1 million. And it looks like now it might be a little bit different. In this project we didn't modernize everything. We tested a piece of software, but it was a critical one and a complex one, and the end result was very nice, I would say. That maybe that's the very I don't know, it's the mind shift, but the difference that I saw comparing this what happened during the past years.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm still thinking that what is the situation after 2 years from now.
Yeah, so basically this opens up the new perspective of maybe we could do this after all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Great. And then Markus, how do you see AI's role evolving in this modernization over the next 2-3 years?
Well, I think this project already showcased us that the role of the developer is somewhat evolving. It's not so much as like typewriting code. It goes more into business logic, and perhaps we'll see the next evolution bringing up like low-code versions of the AI, so that we can bring in more subject matter experts, more business analysts who can actually create perhaps new functionalities into the code, and that way bring more speed into the modernization, and not just like getting the old legacy application into a new state, but also in redevelopment. And of course, another aspect is that COBOL, well, it is pretty well-known language in the market, but you have these more exotic languages. So can we add more capabilities or more support on those more exotic languages? And that would bring help to even more exotic systems as well, like OT systems and so on and so forth.
But of course, like using AI for renewing old legacy systems, that's like one thing, but we can of course use the AI for many other things. And actually at Ilmarinen we are using it already now for helping our customer service to make better decisions or be faster or whatsoever as an example. Probably you are doing the same in your business.
Yeah, exactly.
Using it for pretty much everything.
And I think modernization, and especially mainframe modernization, it's always, for many customers, many companies, it's always a little bit of a scary area because it's sort of labeled as expensive. You need to re-architect your applications to really have that cloud benefits out of them. And so these possibilities that come with AI can really reduce that sort of that threshold to really go and encouragely go and do the modernization and start the modernization journey, and especially with the mainframes. All right. If you are considering mainframe modernization, there is no reason to wait. So AI is making it faster, easier, safer, and smarter than ever. Thank you so much, Markus, Jani, for the great insights, and thank you all for joining us. We'll be around if you want to discuss more, and then of course you're very welcome to come and join us in our booth, which is located next to the main stage. So thank you on my behalf as well, and I hope everyone has a great rest of the day and especially a great evening.
Thank you.